Any other question, guys?
Yeah, Saurav,
Yes.
uh, please click on that create,
Yeah.
like open that, yeah. See this create button, when
Mhm.
we enter mandatory field, that time only it will be enabled.
Like that we want. Yeah. So yeah. So our requirement was we want to show this create button only when our employee number is populated, right? So if
Yes,
this field is populated, then only we want it to be visible, the create button. So
yes,
for that, what we can do here in this create button, we have a place called server side condition. Here you can conditionalize your button, how, I mean, when it should be visible like that. So you're giving condition to the button. Here you have a lot of options, no rows returned and all those things. So here what I have done, I have selected as item is not null. Which item? This item, employee number. Okay. So once this item will get populated, this create button should be visible. And this is the normal thing. I'm not going to use any dynamic action, anything. So I'm going to create it first. I'm going
okay,
to delete it actually. Yeah. So I deleted this dynamic action. I have just created a button, and in this button, I have given a condition that is the item is not null, and this is the item name, P3 employee number. Okay. This is the only thing I have done. I'll do supply changes. I do apply changes and I'll run the page. Let me close it and let's create this page. Okay. So here we have employee number. So let's enter any information, any date number and hit on enter button. So once you'll hit it, so this got some value and the button is visible. This is one way to do this. There are a lot of other ways. What I was telling you about dynamic and action and all those things, we can approach this requirement by other ways also, but this is one way as of now. Because I'm going to take dynamic action session, I mean, separately. I'm not going to mess up here with, because dynamic action is having a lot of flexibility with the application. Okay.
okay,
So just to answer your question, I have done this. Okay. So we can
okay,
conditionalize the button and we can conditionalize item and all those things. Okay. So everything can be conditionalized. Let's say if I want to fill this employee number, then only employee name item should be visible. So that can also be conditionalized. How we can do that? In this edit page 3, let's go to employee name and we'll do the same thing. Here also we can give condition. Here's a place,
server side validation, right?
server side validation. Yeah. So as you can see here, we have server side condition. Select type of conditions. I want to say an item is not null, and then item would be here. From here, you can select the item. Click on this. Here you have all the items created on this page. Click on this item. Do save. Now run this page. Let me cross it. Now run this page. Here you don't have this item, the employee name thing. So insert some value, hit
Yes,
enter. You got it. You got it. Okay.
yes,
So this is how we can, I mean, do this stuff. So we have multiple ways. Again, I'm saying this. There are multiple ways to do this thing. This is one of them. Okay. Yeah. So we are able to create our insert our statement. Now what we want to update existing information. Okay. So let's say we have this information, we want to update it. Okay. So for that, what we can do, I want to create a edit link here somehow. Okay. I want to create an edit link, and this link, when we will click on this, it should get redirected to somehow on this page, but this time what we want all these fields to be filled with these information, whatever row we will select, like that. So this is our next requirement. Okay. So for that, what we have to do, let's click on this edit page 2 on first, because we are going to create a link on this report, and in this report we have this column employee number. Here we'll be creating edit link. Okay. So go to the employee this code first. Left side we have these column values, column names. As you can see here, we have all these columns. Here employee number. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select here as link, and heading I'm going to give as edit. Let's forget about employee number, because employee number is somehow, I don't want user to be seen with. So here I have written as edit, and link I'll give as page 3. And employee number I want, because employee number is the primary key. So I want this should be auto populated. First of all, employee number. Okay. And then click
Okay.
on OK. Just save it. Now refresh this page first. So as you can see, this a link type thing got created here. Now I don't want it to be shown. So for that, what we can do, here we have this link text. So let's not show this link text. I'll click on this. Okay, let me admit him. I'll click on this. We have these nice pencil button. Let me select this thing and click on save. Now run this page. As you can see, we have this pencil button over here. Okay. Now click on any of this. Let's say click on King. And I got employee number by default because we have selected their employee number. Okay. So like that, we can select all these fields. How I have done for employee number, we can do for all these things. Okay. So let me go back to page 2 again. And on this employee number, under this, we'll be selecting all this.
But that employee number should not be editable, right? It should not be
Yes. So
allowed.
that will be our the next step. So once I'll show all this thing first. Employee number, then employee name. Employee name is of ename. Then we have employee hire date, let's say employee hire date. Then commission. You can select randomly, but be aware that you are giving the correct information. Here in commission, you should select column as commission only. Okay. So let's say manager as manager. Then we have job, P3 job. Then we have salary. Salary we have given? No. So salary and then department number. And department number. Click on OK. Save. And refresh this. Now click on this Blake. And as you can see, all the information got populated. Yeah. Click on any other. Let's say click on test EMP. All the information got populated. Okay. Now I want an update button here, and this button is going to update the information. Now I don't want to create, I want to update. Okay. So click on page, edit page 3. Now we'll create another button. Button will be as update. Okay. And here we have to write update code now. Top of region. Here we have this insert code. I'll create a process now. And this process will be of update type, PLSQL code. And here I'm going to write PLSQL code. This is our insert statement. I'm going to write update statement.
Here I can call the proc also, right?
Yes, you can call proc also. So you have to create your database object and you can call it here. So update EMP. Sorry. Set all this thing. So I'm just keeping employee number as I'm not going to update employee number because that is again primary key, and we will be actually giving where clause on employee number itself. So we'll be writing where employee number equals P3 employee number. This, okay. And here we'll write all the thing. Commission, department number, and so EMP name, job, thank you, manager, then we have hire date, Okay, so I forgot to give this colon everywhere. Don't forget this because this is going to understand what you're going to give actually. So again, salary, then commission, and department number. This. Let's remove this code now. Okay, let's validate it. And validation successful. Okay. I want this process should only run when update button should be clicked. So I have mentioned as clicked. Success message will be updated. Okay, I'm just giving success message here like that. Okay, and I want this should get performed branch. So I don't want this branch to be conditionalized on any condition. This branch should get should work actually. Okay, so now save it, and let's go to page 2. Refresh it, and I'm going to click on this thing, test EMP, and test EMP1. Okay, I just have edited it. You can write, I mean, you can edit all the fields and click on this update button. Click on update, and as you can see, this thing got updated. Okay, now how he said that there should be an option that when we will click on this edit, it should not be it should not be editable, like
Disable.
Disabled. So for that, what we can do, we can create on this thing EMP number, and so maybe just to disable it, we have a lot of other option, but as of now, I'm just showing one option. I've created an item. This item is of I'm giving name as hide. This is of hidden type. Okay, and I'm giving region. In this region, I just have created a hidden item. Okay, I have created an hidden item. I just saved it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some trick over here on this hidden item. So what I want, let's say if I'll click on this create button, I don't want this update. And when I click on this edit link, I don't want this create, and I want it should be read only or disabled. So I want to perform these two things. How we can do that? So let's go to page 3 first, and let me undo that changes what I have done for create. Let me let me undo it. I'm not going to give any condition as of now. Yeah. So on page 2, as I'm redirecting it, the create button to page 3. So here I'll give a flexibility. I just mentioned something here in hide this hidden item. I'll put value as 1. Okay. So now let's save it. Okay. And now in page 3, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say that this create button should be visible. Here in condition, server side condition, I'll say item equals value, create button should be visible when p3 hide equals 1. Okay. And this update button should be visible when here item equals value. This is item name. This is 2. When this is 2, then this update should be visible, and this is when update is create will be visible when this is 1. Okay. And I want to make this employee number as read only or hidden. So we have an option here. When it come down, read only. So again, this should be read only when item equals 2. 2 is for update. Okay. Save. So I have done this 1 to 1 to thing. Now go to page 2, and here when we will click on this edit link, employee number, I want that item to be 2. This item to be 2. Okay. Now let's see what happened. So here we have done some settings actually, or kind of we have tweaked here. So let's click on create, and we can see this create button, this update is not visible. Okay, and let's click on edit link. As you can see, this is not editable. We cannot write anything here because this is read only, and that create button is not visible. So this is how we can we just did some trick, and this is this happened like that. And now we will only be able to update the information. Okay, so till now anyone is having any doubt?
No.
No, maybe I have recorded this thing. Yeah, and please go through the recording, and maybe you can create by yourself. If you'll be having any problem, you can write me on my WhatsApp, or better write in at this place, because that will be documented, and I can answer the question to multiple people at the same time. That is why I insist people to raise your question here in raise questions section in Future Developer app, so that it can be answerable to all the audience, all the people. Okay, so for now, for today, I'm going to wrap up now, and if you have any question, any doubt, you can post there. We will be having another session where I'll clear all your doubts, and yeah, that is what from my side. Okay.
Yeah, Saurabh,
Yes.
I have one small doubt. See, you apply edit icon on EMP number, right?
Yes.
So just now you created one hide column, right?
Yes.
Same thing for can we create a dummy column for edit?
No. So for this thing you're saying?
Yes, for this thing.
Yeah, we can create dummy column as well. So I'll show you maybe.
So that is the better now. So directly we can see that employee number also.
Yeah. So what you can do, you can create. So I'll show you in workshop what I've done. You can do that, but I don't want to disturb existing things. So I'm just going to explain you here. So you have written a select query to to show the report, right?
Yes.
You have written this thing.
EMP. Okay.
EMP, yeah. So I'll write EMP number twice. I'll just show you why I'll be doing that, and I'll give alias name as edit. Okay. So here I'll be giving that link. Like that. This is one way. You can do it how I have done for this column. You will be doing it for this column. No any other difference. I just created a thing. So you can do somehow like this. Other way is when you'll click on this interactive report, here we have an option: exclude link, include link, single link, and all those things. I'll explain you this thing later. That's why I've not told you. So you can do it. You can give a link here, and this thing will be getting created, and the link will be getting, a link will get created over here. So that can also be done from here by this approach. Okay. So here you have two ways. But yeah, for your answer, this is the thing. Any other question?
No.
Saurabh,
Yes.
you have disabled the employee number in only update table, yes?
Yeah.
Not in create table, yes?
Sorry?
You have disabled employee number only in updated table.
For update,
right?
yeah. For update, I have disabled it. I made it read only.
Okay. Not in create table, yes?
No, not create, because when you'll create, you'll be having option to insert the value.
In create table, we can automatically generate the employee number, yes?
Yes.
Can we?
So yeah, we can do that. But you have to write something for that. How you want your employee number should be. It should be auto incremented by using sequence or what. This is all up to you. But we can auto populate it.
While creating this table, can we write auto increment in this?
Yeah. Yes, we can do that.
Okay.
We can do that. Yes. Okay. So, okay, guys. So I'm wrapping up today. Thank you so much for your participation, and any question is welcome always. Thank you.